Good morning. Welcome back to Life by the Bow. I'm Stephanie for those of you who are new. This is Clay. And today is amazing because it's the start of mini season. So the lobster are out there and hopefully we can catch a few. Clay's saving his breath right now. So he's going to be doing the first dive. So
that's right.
Let's see if he can bring a few up, right?
Yeah, that's 100% right. Lobster mini season is a huge deal here in the Florida Keys. The same way we just went to Crystal River and we went scalloping, and we have our tradition of doing so. Families all around the state of Florida, and who knows, even maybe outside of Florida, come down here to the Keys every year after these delicious lobster. Not only are they delicious, they're super easy and fun and rewarding to catch. Not so much easy, we think it's easy because we've been doing it for years. However, on the other hand, we're gonna make it easy for you guys because we're gonna show you exactly how to catch them, give you all the tips and tricks you'd ever wanna know, and then later on in the day, we're gonna take them back to the kitchen, and this woman is gonna do something really, really special with them. Here we are at the first stop of the day, and we're gonna be covering all the bases today, basically how to catch lobster, where to find good lobster spots. I would say this is probably one of the easiest places to start just because it's near shore. We're right off of a grass flat. We're gonna be diving some of these little finger channels, and inside of the channels, there's tiny little ledges, there's sponges, and this is a great place to start in order to find lobster. Later on in the day, I think we might move a little further offshore, but I would say as far as finding the lobster, this is probably one of the easiest places to start. However, it's very, very difficult because there's a very hard current that flows through these channels. So if you're not a good swimmer, this is not something I suggest. So we're gonna hop in real quick. I'm gonna see if I can get my limit, and then we're just gonna walk you through absolutely everything we're doing and pack it with as much information as possible. So I actually measured this lobster twice. You actually don't want to remove these from the water unless you're absolutely 100% sure they're legal. They have to be measured in the water, not once they get inside of the boat. So we're gonna throw him on ice. Got the first lobster of the day, baby. Woohoo! Got two on that run. One of them I know for sure is legal because I caught this one first. I was able to measure him. I'm gonna measure the second one, see if he's good to go. You can go ahead and put that one on ice.
All right, let me just double check, triple check. Yeah, this one's good.
Both good, baby. Nice. Woohoo!
Woohoo! Here, just give me it.
3 more, got my limit. How's it going?
Hey.
Well, how many have you got?
Got 3 so far. So I want to actually ask you about this. I know he's good, but I just want to double check.
Yeah.
Just to make sure.
Talk to me. Right. So if it drops, it's not legal.
So that's not a legal
Right.
lobster.
Right. If it drops, let me have.
Okay. Do you care that we're filming?
No,
Perfect.
man, that's fine. I know who you guys are.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I know this little girl. I know. I probably had. I know your father.
Yeah.
And grandfather.
Yeah.
For a long time. See, he's good.
So he's good then.
Yours.
It's a little bigger.
Yes. Yours is a little bigger to give you a little bit, but see, mine doesn't drop, and this is a certified gauge.
Okay.
Awesome.
So you're fine on that one.
Perfect.
Okay.
I appreciate that so
Awesome.
much.
Okay. Hey, you guys remember the dive flag while you're in the channel is 100 feet from the boat.
Yeah.
And while you're in open ocean is 300.
Yes.
All right?
Perfect. Thanks so much.
All right, guys. We'll see you later.
before. Got 2 more that I got by limit. I'm gonna open up that box. I'm gonna toss them in. So this one on the left, I've already measured. I know he's good. This one I actually grabbed while I had this one in my hand, so I didn't get a chance to measure him. But that current is ripping. Okay, that's the legal one. Let me measure this one.
Gimme?
Good. Both good, baby. I got my limit. We've been diving this particular area for years. And once we get our limit, we get out, we try something new. That's exactly what we're about to do right now. Do a little spot hopping.
Just found the lobster. Let's see if I can hop in and get one myself. Out of the hole, started crawling around, gave me the perfect opportunity to drop the net on him. You always want to place the net behind the lobster because they swim backwards. So that's exactly what I did, and here we got it. Woohoo!
Girl didn't even give me a chance to film her. She just saw the lobster and shoot, straight down to the bottom. Didn't even wait for me.
Uh-huh.
We just measured him in the water. He was
better not drop my lobster.
He was legal down there in the water. But we'll go ahead and put another measure on him. And boom. He is well over 3 inches.
Catching lobster is pretty self-explanatory. Whether it's offshore grass ledges or inshore sponges, if you can find structure where they seek refuge, in a lot of cases, you can find lobster. But you must be 300 feet from shore with a dive flag in order to catch lobster legally. As you've seen here, we are using a tickle stick to gently push the lobster out of their hole while not being too forceful where they may get spooked. As I mentioned, once you push the lobster out, you want to drop the net from behind since lobsters swim backwards. However, you'll notice earlier in the video, Clay was catching lobster by hand. The reason why is because when he's catching them in shallow burrows, he was able to just reach in and remove them from their hole. On the other hand, if you're new to lobstering, I suggest using a net and tickle stick. You can actually do a lot of damage to the lobster when catching them with your bare hands. Therefore, you should try to never catch lobster unless you are 100% sure that it's legal to harvest. Though lobsters have very hardy shells, it's very easy to break their legs and antennas, which is imperative to their survival. Just like spearfishing, the key is to train your eyes underwater based on what's legal and what's not. That way, when you attempt to harvest the lobster, you're only removing what you're going to keep rather than leaving a little damaged lobster behind. That was awesome.
This is one of the most successful days I think you've ever had lobstering, right?
Yeah, last year I struggled to hold my breath. I mean, this year I still am, but honestly, you know what you're capable of doing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as long as you're relaxed, then
That's
just
the
hold,
key.
Yeah, stay relaxed and you can hold your breath even longer. So, my biggest struggle is when I start to swim really fast after the lobster, it exhausts me.
Exactly.
So, it really makes me come back up for air. So that's the struggle, really, swimming.
Yeah, but my whole thing is just don't be afraid to push the limit a little bit. Just because you feel like you need a breath, you don't necessarily always need that. So if you need that extra little kick, go after that lobster, and as soon as you got him, shoot back up as hard as you can. But that's exactly how it happened right there. Good job. That was awesome. You gotta live it, baby. Woo! You know the kind of exhausted where just like you're so tired, but you feel so good? That's how I feel right now.
Yeah, me too.
Today was unreal. Not only did me, Stephanie, and our camera guy, Anthony, get our limit of lobster, but the weather was perfect. People dream of days like today, and we're beyond blessed to experience exactly what you guys witness here today. I mean, great weather, a thriving fishery, and the ability to go out each and every day to learn. And this is why we live here in the Florida Keys. But of course, all good days come to an end, so we made the decision to head home. But on our way, we received a text from Lori Hargrave, host of Florida Sportsman Best Boat, and she mentioned that she had some fans of ours at the sandbar, so we decided to drop in and hang out with everyone before we actually head home. So the sandbar was awesome. It's pretty sweet talking to all those amazing people, but here we are back at the dock, and this is something that you're just not gonna hop off the boat without doing. You gotta take your limit picture. In our case, this is our limit video. So as we're sitting here showing off all the lobster that we caught today, we're gonna show you how we ring them and how we prepare them to eat. There's a lot of meat in the heads. However, we do not prepare and eat the heads. Stephanie just dropped the tickle stick in the water and just dropped the dive flag as well. I don't know what this girl is doing, but one thing I know is we're cleaning lobster, and basically what you want to do is you just want to grab hold this carapace right here, fold his tail over, and then all you're going to do is just twist that right out. A lot of people like to stick their lobsters in live wells. I like to stick mine on ice, just because I like them to be dead before I actually do this. But before we actually dispose of this, we're gonna take his antenna and we're gonna break it off. Now we're gonna get rid of that. And here's why we hang on to this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna break it up a little higher. So we have nothing but a stiff antenna. As you can see, it's not flimsy. And what we're gonna do, stick it up his behind, right? Go all the way up there. And once we go all the way up, if it doesn't come out the bottom, you can typically pull it out of the top here. That's gonna clean out all of his nasty stuff. And he is ready to eat. Let's eat some lobster, baby.
so tonight I made a lobster bisque. The only thing I didn't do was I didn't blend it. I kind of like to taste the lobster itself, so I don't really want to blend all of it in together.
So basically it's nice and chunky.
Oh yeah, it's nice and chunky.
It's delicious.
Isn't it?
It is really good. However, like we'd already mentioned, unbelievable day, unbelievable lobstering, absolutely insane. Thank you guys so much for watching this far in the video. And I thought I'd like to mention our hats are back in stock, so get them while they're still there. Anything you want to say?
Yeah, I mean, overall, we've had just an amazing day. And for those of you who want to go and try it, seriously, it was one of the best experiences of my life. Like, I really enjoyed it. I felt like it was more so like the fact that I was able to stay down, that really, I felt like I accomplished something, and just, it was always a big struggle of mine. So, you know, it's like goals, check.
And one thing I can say too, these summer months, it gets really hot. So being able to get in the water and catch your dinner versus being up in a scorching hot boat with a rod and reel and waiting, there's nothing better than getting in there and seeing it and catching it visually. But one thing I see visually is this soup underneath me, so I really want to eat it. So we're gonna let you guys go. We will see you next week in the Bahamas.
Oh yeah.
So watch out for the Bahamas video.
All right, we'll see you guys.
All right, guys, thanks so much.
Bye.